day, everyone. I'm off to church. Not sure what's happening behind me. There's some sort of water collecting going on. They got a hose sticking out of the ground, water pouring up, and they're filling up buckets. It's only like 2 or 3 buildings down from where I live. There's also sort of water shortage I don't know about. Anyway, I'm late as usual for church. This is my last day at church, so I guess I just didn't feel motivated. I want to be there so I can say goodbye to everybody, but whatever. Plus I saw this cough, so the longer I'm there, the longer I'm going to be fighting back, making too much noise coughing. So yeah, I will see you later. That was good. Went well at church. Said goodbye to a lot of people. I will be, thought I heard a beep, the camera was working or not. I will be coming back tomorrow night to a barbecue that, there's a couple of groups. There's a university group visiting from California, and then there's a church group visiting from Georgia who's going to be helping with a bilingual service tonight and during VBS, and then again next Sunday. And they're kind of like, so that group's from Georgia, and that group is inviting us. No, not that group. It's the Spanish church, which originally started at our church. It's got the same name as our church, but in Spanish. Instead of Emmanuel Baptist Church, it's Iglesia Bautista Emmanuel. Emmanuel is starts with an E in Spanish, and Iglesia starts with an I, so instead of IBC, it's IBE. Anyway, so I will be, so they were gonna, so they are holding something at our church, and invited all of the young adults to come out to that. So I'm gonna go to that. So that'll be my last chance to see almost everybody, except for one who's gonna be driving me to the airport on Friday. So yeah, now I'm walking home. I didn't bring anything with me, so I have 2 options today. One, go to Burger King, very easy, and then go back out for dinner. 2, go to most likely Taco Bell. Could be Burger King. I mean, not Burger King. Pizza Hut would be filling too. Probably Taco Bell for my one meal of the day. Big, fill it up, and then who knows? Who knows what I'll do? We'll see. But I'm gonna go home first. Mostly because I left my iPad there. I think I could change my shirt, but I might not though. Basically, I'm gonna wash all of my collared shirts that I've worn off and on for parts of days or whole days. I'm gonna do everything else on Thursday. It's only me a couple shirts that won't get washed because they're completely clean already still. But the rest, not so much. So anyway, I'm trying to hold my camera out further. I can't wait to get back and get a vlog stick. This person's turning around, okay. Telefonica. That's what that sign said. I just read it out loud. So anyway, blah de blah de blah 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 blah. It's weird, you see courts at parks, but they're not basketball. Well, sometimes they're basketball hoops. In fact, there are up there. There's like a soccer field, but in cement on rough ground, and then a basketball raised up a little higher basketball court with only one hoop though. Looks like it's a full length, but only one hoop, and then the soccer net's there. So I'm just rambling, trying to fill some space. I don't really need to, so yeah, I'm hungry and I will get some food, but I go home first. See ya. Hey guys, I'm just chilling here, waiting on the bus, watching the video. I'm about to watch a video while I'm waiting. Taking the bus to go get some food. I'm gonna go back to my neighborhood because I want to, and you guessed it, get Taco Bell. But yeah, I just missed the bus going the other way. I'm pretty sure I missed this bus by like 3 minutes, so it wasn't great. Anyway, I wanted to talk about the fact that church, I told you this already, there were some visitors. A pastor from a church in Georgia was speaking. He gave an interesting perspective on Jesus' disciples. He talked about Jewish law and what happened regarding Jewish boys trying to become rabbi and the process there. And said that based on what we knew of his disciples, from what we could tell, Peter being the only one that was married, and the fact that they were with the fishermen at least, were with their fathers when they went, it's likely that a lot of the disciples were teenagers, he said, except Peter, who was probably over 21 because he was married. I don't know, I've never taken the research time to look into information like that. I was just like, okay, it was interesting. I don't hear a lot of new things when I'm at church anymore, because I've been going for so long. That new, like, information versus new, like, theology or anything is different, but new information came out, and I was like, it's an interesting take. I never heard it that way. I don't know if he's right or wrong. It was just interesting. So yeah, thought I'd touch on that real quick while I'm waiting. See you guys later. Well, that was interesting timing. While I was walking home, I saw the college youth group that had come from California, along with one guy from the church who's Chinese. Actually, is kind of limited English. Speaks Spanish pretty good. And so he's, strangely enough, he's leading them, taking them around Madrid or whatever. And so they were stopping to eat, and I walked home. And then I wound up getting on the bus. And then the big group, got on the bus. So we were sitting at the bus stop for a while, paying for them. The leader was paying for them all to get on. And then the guy recognized me from church. I hadn't actually met any of the people in the part of the missions trip, but I knew the one guy, and so I was talking to him, and so I had to get off. Yeah, going on the ground now. See you later. Hey guys, I'm gonna call it a night. I just got done Skyping with my dad. Rest of my family is unavailable, so disappointing. I won't get to play one more online game of Clue. Next week will be in person, and probably not Clue, just because they're tired of playing Clue. So, if at all, my understanding is the only time they do anything together as a family is when they call me on Skype, which makes me feel good, but it's also kind of, So, hopefully I get everyone back on track when I get home. I tried to Skype with my friend who's picking me up. I'm not sure if he's available or anything, but that was my plan to do next. So that I close out the video, get the video processing. I took care of some trash, the big TV box that I had with me for all this time. My extra pair of shoes that I really have never worn, but don't really like all that much, so I figured I'm going to save as much space as I can. Try to get everything in the one suitcase, because I only paid 25 euros for this suitcase, and it's $75 for an extra suitcase with American Airlines. So figure that I'm essentially paying $100 for a suitcase. Then I might as well just go back, get another one then. Plus I ultimately don't need one. I haven't needed one except for this trip, which initially I left with my sister's suitcase, and then it broke en route, and I dealt with that. Bought a new one, which also broke on my way home. Bought a new one, which has worked fine all this time, both the rest of the way home from New York last June and all this time here. Got rid of my sister's suitcase, replacing it with my suitcase, so this is going to her. So I'll be going back to no suitcase, which is why I wanted to keep the other one and bring it with me too. So I liked it. It was hard case. It was smaller because I don't need as much space for the average trip. For a year-long trip, I do need a little bit more space, obviously. So I figured I'd try to keep it. But now it'll be among the things I leave here for my roommate to take. Leaving the hamper, the TV, and now one of the suitcases. Unless I cannot get things to fit, in which case I'll have to take the second one. I need to find that out before the 24 hours when I check in. I have to buy a suit. I have to pay for the more space, I believe. Then I don't think I can do it at the airport. So hopefully everything will fit. I mean, normally when I do my laundry, even when I do all of my laundry, which I've done a couple times, it's going to take up like a portion of the space in there. And if I include the jacket, my lighter jacket, my heavier jacket, the few pair of pants that are in there, and all my whites, and include that, there still probably should be enough room for a few other things. And then everything else will go in my backpack, which I'll carry with me. I've got my black bag, which I had all my computer stuff in when I came, a lot of which slimmed down along the way. Completely empty and in the front pocket, and I'm hoping I can fit my smaller suitcase either in my big suitcase, in my backpack, my big backpack, my small backpack, blah, blah, blah. Hope I can fit my small backpack either in my big backpack or also in that front pocket, just so I can take them with me and not have to take up too much space. The fact of the matter is it has that loosening strap, which adds quite a bit of space of packing. So I'd love to just go with a backpack and one suitcase that rolls very well. That'd be ideal. Hopefully everything works out in New York too. So good night, everybody. I will see you all tomorrow. Bye.